in Maine Maple Weekend. You guys having a good time?
Yeah.
Excellent. Are you ready to see some chopping and sawing? Cool. How about some axe throwing? Well, you came to the right spot. This is the Axe Women Loggers of Maine. These ladies are some of the best female lumberjacks, also known as lumberjills, in the world. That's right. We've got world champions and world record holders on the team. We got up-and-coming collegiate stars and collegiate champions on the team. We're going to meet a couple of these competitors right now. First off, from nearby New Hampshire, this young lady attends Unity College in the Conservation Law Enforcement program. She is on the Unity College's Woodsman's team, and you will see her next month on TV at the National Collegiate Timber Sports Championships. Let's have a big welcome for Michaela. Michaela's got a really cool hobby. She is a cowboy-mounted shooter. She rides horses as fast as she can, shooting at targets for a best score. She is nationally ranked, and she placed third at the Nationals last year. So good job, Michaela. Our other competitor today is the founder and the creator of the Axe Women Loggers of Maine. This young lady has been competing professionally for 18 years in timber sports, and she's made quite a name for herself in that time. She is a former world champion PB log roller. She is also, by the way, the state of Maine former state champ pole vaulter, and she is a world champion axe thrower. Yeah. From Bar Harbor, Maine, let's give a big hand to Alyssa. All right, we're going to get right into the action, guys. The first event is the hot saw race. This competition includes starting your saw from a cold start and then 3 cuts through the log. 1 cut down, 1 cut up, and another cut back down through the log. Now, as they have to start it cold or off, they're going to warm up the saws right now to have a better chance of these starting when we tell them to go. So if there's any little ears in the crowd, any sensitive ears, they're going to want to block your ears, because this is pretty loud. Okay. I think they're warmed up. So those saws that they're using are steel 441s. The modification on these saws are the big black exhaust pipe. That makes them a little more powerful and a whole lot louder. We are going to get you guys involved in the action today. We're going to split the crowd into 2 groups. Everybody from here on over, you guys are cheering for Michaela. Let's hear for Michaela. Everybody from there on over, you guys are cheering for Alyssa. Let's hear for Alyssa. All right. And folks, if anybody gets any cool pictures on your phones, if you don't mind sharing them on the Axe Women Facebook page or Instagram, and if you do that, if you don't mind sharing it to the Hilltop Boilers Facebook page, it's real helpful to both of them, and they appreciate it very much. So thank you. All right, they are getting set to go. One more thing that we're going to leave up to you guys is to start each competition. It's going to be a 3, 2, 1, go. Let's practice that now nice and loud to make sure the ladies can hear it. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go! All right. Who's rooting for Alyssa over on this side? Woo! Who's rooting for Michaela over here? All righty. Let's give them a countdown. 3, 2, 1, go! Took that by just a little bit. Good job, Alyssa. All right. They're getting their protective gear off and getting ready for the next competitive event. And while they're doing that, let's talk. You saw they had the earmuffs on the earphones to protect their hearing. Also, eye protection with the safety glasses. And they're taking off the chaps right now. Those chaps aren't worn just as a fashion statement. I know you were asking me about fashion earlier, sir. But they're not just a fashion statement. They're protective. Behind that orange fabric, there are millions of fiberglass fibers in those chaps, in that pattern. And what that does is if you were to slip or something happened when you were cutting, and that chainsaw chain goes into your leg, that gets jammed up and gummed up by all those fibers and stops the chain immediately so it doesn't cut through your leg. It's an important piece of equipment. So right now, we got the cows over there. And they're going to come out and throw axes. We're going to do some axe throwing. Anywhere you go in the world that axe throwing is a competition, the rules are pretty much the same. You've got to stand 20 feet away from the target. The target bullseye is 5 to 6 feet off the ground. You are throwing double bit axes. Double bit means that there's 2 blades on the axe. The axe handles are 24 inches. You hear a lot about axe throwing clubs and bars opening up all across America. Those are really cool places, but they're throwing hatchets and tomahawks. They're about this big. They're not axes. These are axes. So each young lady is going to get a practice throw and then 3 throws apiece. Watch it in back here. Yep. And then I need a volunteer to retrieve axes from behind the target. That's Alyssa's practice throw. Here's Michaela's practice throw. All right, now it counts. Who's rooting for Alyssa over there? What do we got? 4. Okay, let's hear from Michaela's team over here. What do we got? 4? Up 4. All right, here's Alyssa's second throw. Who wants to see Alyssa get a bullseye? That's a 3. Here's Michaela's second throw. Who wants to see Michaela do it over here? All right, so we've got, Michaela, you've got 5. You've got 7. All right, here's Michaela with 5. Oh, get it before it falls or it doesn't count. It's going. And that is good for 2, for a total of 7. All right. That means Alyssa just has to hit the target. Who's ready for Alyssa? Finish it out. Good throw it. All right. Our next event is something we started this year, in fact today, for the first time ever for the action. This is a timber sports event that's been around for a while. It's called disc stacking. But we hadn't done it at a show. The ladies compete all over North America in professional woodsman's competitions. But this is the first time, so you guys are in for a treat. So this is the third time. Disc stacking involves with a chainsaw, slicing through a vertically placed log and stacking as many wood cookies on that log while you're cutting through each one below it without knocking the little tower of wood cookies over. Takes some precision and some balance. Now, we're going to go Saskatchewan disc cutting rules, and that is if you were to get, let's say, 2 discs stacked, and then as you're cutting the third one, they fall over, that's a point penalty. So instead of 2, you get 1. So by the end of the stack, if you had 6 stacked total, but you knocked it off 3 times, you're going to lose 3 points, so you end up with a total of 3. This is not a timed event. They can go as slow as they want. They can decide when they want to stop, but as soon as they wave out, they can't go further. So if you've got a good stack going, but it's kind of teetering, you might want to stop at 4, 5, or 3. Or watch what the other competitor does. They get 2 saws. They got a gas-powered and a battery-powered saw. They can go back and forth with either one. And are you ladies ready? Okay. Like I said, you guys are in the sawdust. Get ready. Let's give them a 3, 2, 1, go. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Michaela's got 5.5. No.
5.5.
Michaela's got 6. No, don't touch us now. You got 5.5? You both got 5.5. Are you going to keep going? That's a close one for Alyssa over there.
Whoa.
Those chains are expensive. Michaela, if she gets this, she wins. That's that precision cutting right there. Good job. Woo. Wow. Okay. All right. They're going to get that protective gear off, and they are going to head over to the next event, and that next event is the underhand shot. That's 2 peeled logs right over there. They've been peeled to their bark because when you steal a log out of the forest, you will get a lot of dirt and stone caught up in that bark. And that'll ruin the blade of an axe pretty quickly. The axes that the ladies are using today aren't your usual woodyard axes. These are the racing competition axes. And they're amongst the sharpest and most expensive axes in the world. They're also amongst the heaviest axes. A typical axe head is 4 pounds. These are averaging 8 pounds on the weight for the head. That's the same weight as the splitting ball. I mentioned they're sharp. Well, this has got an axe made by the Tuatahi Company in New Zealand. For years, almost generations, they have kind of held the market as having the best axes in the world for competition axes. They have a secret process they don't share. A really good company. They make great axes. Tons of professional competitors use them. But Michaela is using an axe made by Precision Axe out of Death Valley, California, who in the last couple of years has really stepped up and made the grade into a world-class, world championship quality competitive racing axe. So we're happy to have it represented here today. So, all right. You see on the logs, they've chopped a couple of footholds on either side of the log. That's because if they stood on a log that's been peeled and there's no footholds, it's going to be slippery. Because they have to balance up there and swing that razor-sharp, heavy axe between their feet while they're balanced and chop through the back side of the log, turn around and chop through the front side of the log. While they're doing that, they have to juggle. No, just kidding. While they're doing that, I want you to pay attention to their chopping pattern, especially when they turn around. Pay attention to the fact that where their left foot is now, the log is attached to that side of the stand. When they spin around and finish up their chop, they have to balance all their weight on that side of the stand, so on one foot, because the other side of the log isn't attached, it has to fall free to the ground so the judge knows the contest is over. So they start with their best side facing the crowd. Halfway through, they'll spin around and finish up the chop. Hey, kids down along the fence, remember, cheer them on through the whole event. Your cheering helps them go, but don't get any closer. All right, thank you. Who's rooting for Alyssa over there on that side? Who's rooting for Michaela over here? Let's give them a countdown. 3, 2, 1, go! They're looking to take the biggest chunks of wood out of those logs that they can with each swing of an axe. Watch a pattern. They go from bottom to top, then over to the left side, top to bottom, trying to fashion out the biggest chunks of wood that they can. This is locally grown popple. Alyssa. Who's rooting for Alyssa? Go Michaela. Who's rooting over here? Michaela's team. And Alyssa's made the turn. Watch the pattern. Watch how high over her head she pulls that axe, and then pulling it down as hard and fast as she can, right between her toes. Go Alyssa. Go Michaela. Let's hear it, guys. This is hard work.
Oh. Oh.
All right, go Michaela. You got it. Go Alyssa. And Michaela's made the turn. Alyssa's just about there. One more. There it is. All right. And this is something you got to see in every woodsman's competition. Even if you finish out your chop, you cheer on your competitors until they're done. So let's cheer on Michaela. Good chunk out of that one. Getting there.
Good job.
You got it, Michaela.
Come on, a couple more hits. You got it. Clear that wood out of there.
Clear that bottom wood out. You got it.
You can do it.
Come on! Just a moment. You got to hear that signature crack of wood. Great chopping by both ladies, and Alyssa's team, you took it. Who thinks those ladies have praised you for swinging an axe that heavy and that sharp, that close to their feet? Yep, they all think you're crazy, ladies. But they're not that crazy. They have got protective gear on underneath their boots. They have got chainmail shin guards and socks that fit in there. And that chainmail is the same material that's made out of butcher gloves. It's made for butcher gloves and shark suit. So what that means is if you're up there chopping your log and a shark comes along and tries to bite you, what'll happen is if you miss with the axe, you're not going to cut off your toe, you're not going to cut off your foot, you are going to mash it all up. That's what I get from the sledgehammer at that point. It'll all be together when you get to the doctor and say, here. All right. Folks, we've had a blast here at Hilltop Boilers Game. We're so happy they invited us back this year. Let's hear it once again from the pictures or autographs. Let's give a big thank you to the Bryant family for hosting this great day, and make sure you come back tomorrow. Thank you.
Ready for a hike now?